Kessie Thomas, the director of the Abide Women's Conference, joins us today on The Gist. Thanks so much for being here, Kessie.
It's very much of a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have you. So tell us a little bit about who you are and what the mission is behind the Abide Women's Conference.
I'm a deacon's wife, married for 23 years, a mother of 7 here on earth and 2 in heaven. And basically, Abide was born in my prayer chair. I had attended an Acts retreat, and what we learned was the S meant service. And I was asking the Lord, what is my service? What do you want of me? And I clearly heard a women's conference. Our parish, our diocese, had not had one in 11 years. I didn't know that at the time. And so I just said yes and trusted that he would provide. So that was where Abide came from.
Right. And how long ago was that?
In 2018 is when I had that prayer chair moment.
Okay, yes, and it's grown since then. So at the conference that you just recently had, what kind of things did the attendees receive there?
So in 2022 was our second conference, and we had national speakers from all over the world. We had adoration 24/7. We had mass, great meals, because we are in Cajun country in southern Louisiana, so the food is always good. And then we had confession, we had social fun. One of the surprises we had this year was a big dance party with a DJ. Women had a blast because there was, not men there. It was just all women, had a good old time. And then we ended it with a champagne brunch on the Sunday morning.
Wow.
So it's a good weekend of faith-filled community and just be able to connect with other people, like-minded women.
Yeah. What do you see as like one of the unique benefits of women connecting with others who share their faith?
I feel like with this whole pandemic that we've had in the past, we had community and then everybody went online. And then I think there's a time period now. I see it in our community. We're all hungry for face-to-face again. And so this conference showed in 2022 that women were ready to get back together and share their stories and have mass together and have adoration together and have a good time. So I think a benefit of a conference like that is not only in our own diocese, but people from all over the United States came to this conference. And so new friends were developed, old friendships. It's just a great opportunity to gather, connect, rest, and renew yourself.
Yeah. Do you do things to kind of foster that connection going forward from the conference? Because if it's just once a year, are there ways to help women stay connected in that way after the conference is done?
So the first year we attempted it, and the Lord did not put that on my heart. They had put it on other hearts. And so the first year did not, it fell through. The second year was in 2022. We are attempting that. It's just a little hard because we're all moms, and this is a volunteer job for us. The conference is every other year. I know that we try to put something in between, a smaller retreat of some sort, and we're working on that for 2023. But my goal is just to have the conference that the Lord asked me to have. And so every other year we do that.
That's so beautiful. So it's really a beautiful thing when women can come together to minister to other women. I think of Our Lady's example in the mystery of the Rosary of the Visitation, where she went to her cousin Elizabeth. If there's somebody listening who has a sense that they want to do something like this, do you have a suggestion for them? Where do they even begin?
In their prayer chair.
Like you did.
And I would honestly, if the Lord is calling you to something like this or something that you feel is big in your life that he's calling you to, my first thing is to pray, say yes, and then be bold to ask for help. And then my famous thing that I've told people since 2022, Catherine Whitaker was one of our speakers, and she told me this, and it stuck with me. Don't ever apologize for asking for money. It takes money to do God's work. So I would say pray, say yes, be bold to ask for help, and don't apologize asking for money because God's in charge. He does it all anyway.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, very simple advice, but I think it's really encouraging for other women to hear that you can do this, and it can be born right there in your prayer chair. So when is the next conference? You said it's every other year. What kind of schedule are you on?
So the next conference will be February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in 2024. It's always in Lafayette, Louisiana. And our social media is going to blow up in the next, 6 months, advertising, just trying to get people on board. And then usually we sell tickets the summer before. So the summer of 2023, you can look on our social media. We have a website, abidewomensconference.org, but our social media will also have all the info.
Okay, great. And are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? All of those places?
Both, yes.
Okay. And the URL again is abidewomensconference.com?
.org.
Okay, great. We will definitely share that. Well, Kessie, thank you so much for saying yes in your prayer chair all those years ago, and for the great energy that you bring to the mission of bringing women together, and for sharing about that here on The Gist. We've really enjoyed talking with you.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity.